You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. Let's go to Tennessee, where the bust of former slave trader and KKK Grand Wizard will officially remove from the state capitol. The Tennessee State Building Commission voted 5-2 to remove the bust of Nathan Bedford Forrest with a rare vote in favor from Governor Bill Lee. Now, Governor Lee previously avoided dealing with requests to relocate the bust. But in 2020, he asked the Capitol Commission to seek a waiver for relocation. The commission agreed to move Forrest's bust if U.S. Admirals David Farragut and Albert Gleaves' bust went with it to the State Museum to create a Hall of Heroes exhibit. A Hall of Heroes. Black lawmakers have fought for years to have the bust relocated. What we're seeing is even these white Confederate loving states, Amisha, are under that pressure, realizing you can't keep these symbols of white supremacy up and think people are going to be happy.
They have had them up and been able to worship them for decades now. It's about time they come down. I think that at this point, what is being seen, and I think one of the vestiges of a lot of the policing reform movements that we saw in the wake of the George Floyd protests was to help to get rid of some of these symbols of hatred. Anyone who knows anything about American history knows the history of Nathan Bedford Forrest. As someone who went to college in Nashville, Tennessee, his image was emerged everywhere. And at the end of the day, this is a guy who was a stone cold racist. This is a guy who was one of the grand wizards of the KKK. This is a guy who spent his life and time stealing, pilfering from people, owning slaves, and acting a damn fool on a regular basis when it came to race and admonishing Black people as even being anything that would be considered human. And I think that it is high time for these things to be removed. And for anybody who's sitting around crying about it, you can go home and basically create one yourself, put them up in your backyard, whatever. But it doesn't need to be anywhere in the public view for the rest of us. And of course, Greg, you did have two bigots who still said keep it.
Oh, yeah. And I support them wholeheartedly. I do. I'm born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee. And as Amisha said, she lived in Nashville. I support those white nationalists because, again, I have no investment. People talking about, oh, we got to get rid of these Confederate battle flags. Y'all better go look at damn near every flag of every state flag in the South, with the exception of South Carolina, is a variation of the Confederate battle flag, including Tennessee, which is red, white, and blue with the 3 stars in the middle of it. Nathaniel Bedford Forrest, 1866, started the Klan in Pulaski, Tennessee, and for many years, I mean, you remember this, the Middle Tennessee State University's mascot was the Blue Raiders. The Blue Raiders is the name of one of his Confederate outfits. And when they used to play Tennessee State, we would wait for those ball players to come in, and we go to the game and tell the black ball players in Middle Tennessee State, do y'all know what a Blue Raider is? Y'all playing up under the Klan. But let's understand, that bust hasn't been there for 100 years. You're right, Amisha, it's been there decades. They got that bust in 1973. It was finished and installed in 78. That's in our lifetimes. Mm-hmm. And they're not going to destroy it. They're going to keep it. Listen, I wish I was in the land of cotton. Old times there are not forgotten. Those lyrics mean, I don't give a damn where you put it. You ain't never going to take it out of here. It's in their hearts. So let's get it on. Y'all vote, y'all vote.
Raji?
Look, let me just tell you, I think that the conversation around keeping these busts or taking them down is a moot point. I think that we need to keep them up because we need to show America that just because you remove a statue, does that mean that you erase history? We got to let people know that this is a part of this country's history. And so, look, keep them up there. Let the folks see it. Let us show how America loves to admire and love to honor races. Because we can use that as teachable moments for Black and brown and Native American children to show that this country never appreciated who you are. If we remove it, and if we remove the bust, and then next thing you know, we start to erase it from the history, then guess what's going to happen? I mean, Dr. Carr, you know it like I know it, that our children are going to suffer from having a very distorted view of the history of the place they come from, and most importantly, they're gonna have a distorted view of themselves because that part of their history was not included in the big conversation. So why are we moving around saying, "Oh, we need to get rid of it"? No, because you need to know this. When I was a child in school in Baltimore City in Maryland, look, we had to learn all of it. We had to watch those Eyes on the Prize videos. We had to learn about all of that other stuff that they put into our head. But then when I became older and I started to learn more, started to read more, then I started to understand, okay, the knowledge that I gain it gives me a full view of what I'm dealing with. Again, going back to my first statement, let's not create America and create a situation where we want it to not based on reality. We got to give our children and our people need to see reality. They don't need to see a whitewashed history.
They get that
the reason I want them all taken down, I want to piss off as many people as possible. I want to piss them off. I want them mad. I want them upset. I want to see their reactions when they dragging these trifling ass statues down the street and out. I want to see they tears. I want to see they crying. I want to see all of that. That's right. I gained what Paul Mooney said. He said using the N-word. He said makes his teeth white. Well, trust me, there is joy that's brought to my spirit to see them fools in pain when they symbols. I every time I see one of them, I'm like, we taking y'all shit down again. Every single one. I want them to be so frustrated in pain. That's why every day it kills these fools that Donald Trump not at 1600 Pennsylvania. And I love to say, yep, your ass is lost. You lost. You got your asses whooped. You lost. I don't care about none of them, what they think, what they say. I'm just gonna talk about every single one of them. That's what I'm gonna do. So that's my thing. So
yes.
So I hear what y'all saying, but I want every single one of them pissed. I want them to go to bed mad. I want them to sit here and eat their chicken and their meatloaf upset because their heroes have gotten snatched down. That's right. And what my man Gregory Hines said in the Cotton Club, when he said I want to piss on his grave. I want to tap dance. That's the whole deal. I don't care about none of them. Not now one of them. Don't care.
Folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just 1 moment.
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it, please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.
Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.